means you're not taking care of yourself. It means you're taking, all the that your job is more important, or that anything else is more important than you. And if you're showing that to yourself, my dear friend, well, then I'll tell you that life will show you exactly that and will reward you with a disease or death. It's just plain simple, right? And then you don't have a choice anymore. Hey, what's up? This is MVDP, and I'm sitting here in my office, and I wanted to do a special video on how to start with meditation, right? If you don't know where to begin, where to start, I'm going to give you some practical tips. Now, this question comes from my dear friend, Filipa. Filipa is a bodybuilder. She's badass. She's the real deal. And she trains like a beast. She has discipline. You can follow her on Facebook if you want. Give her a like, give her a shout out. She deserves it, okay? So Filipa wanted to know, how do I start with meditation? Where do I begin, right? And I get that question a lot, really. And I get it, because more and more it becomes important to control our thoughts, to control our being, and control, right? But really, what meditation is, let me first say, is that, yeah, it's controlling our thoughts and our feelings, but it's really more getting attuned to the dynamic of life, okay? The thing is that when we, are involved in so many things and our minds are going everywhere, well, then we are everywhere and we are not inside our body, or we're not listening to our bodies again. So it's coming back to our body. It's going back into what is our vehicle and listening to those signals. And this body supports us and has, the capacity of going with life, with the rhythm, of life and death. There's a constant, life and death cycle inside of you going on anyway. So, and if you resist that, that creates pain, and pain is inevitable, like the Dalai Lama says, but suffering is your option. But anyway, so how do you start? Okay, so I remember starting over as well, and my suggestion, where do you begin? Right away, if you ask me that question right away, it's guided meditation. Guided meditation, where you let yourself guide. You lie down on a chair, you lie down on the bed, or you sit on a chair, and you listen to an audio tape, to someone guiding you in meditation, right? Where they say, relax, tense your feet, breathe in 4 seconds, breathe out 6. And, the reason I say that is that when you're not used to meditation, you want to learn a bit about it, but you've heard that it's like sitting cross-legged. And if you're a person, that is open to that and has the discipline to do that, I love it. Just go on and do that, right? But my experience, from working with tons of clients and, just doing it myself as well, really, I started off with a guided meditation, and that's really what most of my clients find comforting. And it's easy to make the transition from meditation, from a guided meditation, to then start seeing, this meditation thing is really having a tremendous impact on me. What can I do now, right? And so that's where you grow further from there. So and it's easy because guided meditation takes about 18-20 minutes. It's fast, right? And you have 18 minutes a day. If you don't, well, that's where you have to start, right? Getting those 18 minutes a day for yourself means you're not taking care of yourself. It means you're taking all the that your job is more important, or that anything else is more important than you. And if you're showing that to yourself, my dear friend, well, then I'll tell you that life will show you exactly that and will reward you with a disease or death. It's just plain simple, right? And then you don't have a choice anymore. So if you want to keep having the choices made for you, it's damn easy. Just continue and life will make the choice for you. Or you can choose, to start meditation like Philippa, and start with guided meditation. They guide you along. You don't have to do anything. You can just relax and sit back, right? Or lie down. And the good thing is that it's like a kind of hypnosis, right? So the brain doesn't have to do anything. You visualize some things and you hear a cool, calming and soothing music. And really what happens is, and I suggest you do that at least every day, once, better twice, but, start with once, and see how that fits into your schedule, what is best, do you've got more time in the morning, you've got more time in the evening. If you do it in the morning, it will give you, a good start. And if you do it in the evening, you can wind down. It's as simple as that. I used to do it in the morning and in the evening. I'm just like that. If I do something, I just go all in, 120%. Every friend that knows me will tell you that. But that's just my way of doing things. The most important thing is that you start integrating that. If you start with one time a week, it's better than nothing. But you have 18 minutes a day. Seriously, you have, and do it for yourself. Okay, so that's where you start guided meditation, and that's just my opinion upon it. You can also, start with focusing on your breath, sitting down, cross-legged, and have a quiet space. That's also very important. Even if you're doing the guided meditation, get a quiet space, okay, and where nobody can bother you or interrupt you for those 18 to 20 minutes, and set that time into your agenda. Now, if you choose to do the seated meditation and focus on your breath, it's a little bit harder because there will be more distractions. You can put on a soothing music. You can put on Indian yoga flute music. I'll put a link down below for that. And you focus on your breath, right? You sit down comfortable, again, in a chair, or you can lie down, but I would suggest you sit down. If you want to do it more advanced, you can sit cross-legged, right? And you just put your hands right into your lap and just let them relax, and get a good seated posture with your chin tucked, and just imagine there's a string, right, pulling your head, and then you just focus for 5 minutes. I suggest you start with 1 minute, and you build up each day to 5 minutes, and then you do 5 minutes for a whole week. Then you build up again, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You do 10 minutes for that week, and then you build up to 15, and then you do 15 minutes a day for about 8 weeks, which is where the research shows it increases the willpower, it increases the immune system, and the brain, the connections between the neural pathways, all good stuff. Relationships improve. It's all on education, edu.harvard.co, I think. There's a lot of research on mindfulness and meditation down there. Just check it out. Those two things you can start with, and let me continue a bit on the seated meditation, where you focus on your in-breath, right, and you just let your air flow in and out. You don't force the air out. You don't force the air in. You just breathe naturally as if you would do normally. There's no way of breathing, just in and out. And every time you say, or you breathe in, you say to yourself in, and every time you breathe out, you say to yourself out. In, out, in, out. Okay, you repeat that constantly until you have like a 5 minute, cycle, or whatever you are in the cycle, and you put on some soothing music, and it's best to have like a timer. There's a